review. Speaking question 3 is called integrated. Integrated speaking. Why is it called integrated speaking, Luciana? It has a reading component, a listening component, and a speaking component. So it's combined, right? How much time do we have to read the relevant information? 45 seconds to read the letter or the announcement. Do I get to see it again? No. After 45 seconds, it vanishes. So you have one opportunity to get what? I need the what and the whys, right? Typically, they give me 2 reasons why the letter or announcement exists. If they don't give me 2 reasons, what do they give me? A reason and a detail. A reason and a detail. But either way, you're looking for 2, right? 2. After we read and listen, how much time are they going to give me to prepare my response? 30 seconds. 30 seconds. You must utilize this time wisely. Are you on vacation in Dubai? No, so stop daydreaming, right? You're still filling in your notes because note-taking is a critical skill to achieve this task. So we all need to refine that ability. Okay, so we are going to do where we left off on Tuesday. We're going to start with the university should provide an airport bus for school breaks. Is this a letter or is it an announcement?
Letter.
It is a letter. How do I know it's a letter? Should. Yes, letters will use the word should. Why do we use should in English?
Advice.
To give advice. Does the university give advice to itself? No, that's why you know it's a letter that a student wrote to the school newspaper suggesting a change in policy. So remember, letters are slightly easier because the title is the what? The title is the what? What's the what? The university should provide an airport bus for school breaks. So what do you have to get me now? 2 reasons why. Okay, I'm going to set the timer for 45 seconds. Whoa, 5 minutes. That would be nice. Okay, ready? Begin reading. Raise your hand if you're able to get the information. Exactly. That's how fast the time goes by, right? So I'm going to give you more time, but what should I be focusing on to get the reason? What should I be focusing on? Also. If I see this word also, right? What does that tell me? What does also tell me? That's the second reason. So where's my first reason? Before also, okay? So I'm going to give you 10 more seconds.
Oh, do you have a head? I have a head.
Okay, is it possible for me to write like this on the TOEFL exam?
No.
I will never get the information down in time. What must I do? Utilize notes. What would my notes look like in this case? University is always you, right? University should provide an airport bus for school breaks because no public transport and buses available, right? Now, is it perfect grammar? Of course not, because I'm taking notes. So what do I do in my 30-second preparation time? Then I would fill in my notes because, oh, there's no public transportation and buses are available. I would do that in my prep time. But we must grow accustomed to taking notes. Look at how much faster that was for me than utilizing words. We must use abbreviations and symbols, okay? So what are my 2 reasons, Luciana, for why they need an airport bus for school breaks?
First one, there's no public transportation between the campus and the airport, and also the bus could run between the school and the airport during the school break. I don't know.
Right, and buses are available. You guys, during school breaks, right, there are buses available. My point is, why do I need to get these 2 reasons? How does this benefit me? Because the first idea the 2 students are going to discuss is the fact that there is no public transportation between the university and the airport. So by getting the reasons from the reading, I can anticipate or predict the content of the conversation. The first thing they're going to talk about is no public transportation. The second topic, or the second idea they're going to discuss, is the fact that there are buses available. This is beneficial because if I miss something in my notes, but I know the student agrees, right? What can I say? The first reason he agrees with the proposal is because, oh yes, you know, there definitely isn't any transportation to assist students, right? You can help, you know, facilitate your answer by getting the reasons from the reading. Okay, so you ready to listen?
Yes.
All right, work on note taking, and here we go.
Now listen to 2 students discussing the letter.
Did you see this, Jim? What do you think about her idea?
I think it'd be great. It'd make things much less expensive. Because our campus is located outside the city. If you can't get a friend with a car to give you a ride, there's no other way to get to the airport. And your only choice is to take a taxi.
I know. I've had to take a taxi before, and it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, like $30 or $40, which is a lot, especially for students.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think it would work, what she's suggesting. I mean, there's less need for buses on campus during that time to take students between the buildings.
You mean because classes are over then?
Yeah, exactly. There might be some final exams still going on, but regular classes won't be meeting. There are much fewer students left on campus, and they don't need to get around campus that often.
Yeah, I guess they're just making occasional trips to take exams or go to the library or gym or whatever.
Right. It shouldn't cause any problem for anyone who still needs to get around campus.
The man expresses his opinion of the letter. State his opinion and the reasons he gives for holding it. You have 30 seconds to prepare your response. Okay, decide who's going first. Ready. Ready. And begin your response after the beep. Beep.
The students agree with the letter that states the university should provide an airport bus for break because there is no public transportation between campus and the airport, and there are buses available, but they are inconvenient. The first reason he agreed is also that he thinks it's great and the cost is less expensive because our campus is out in the middle for the student take a taxi when they want to go out and they have to get a ride sometimes, so they just have buses and the taxis are very expensive, 30 to 40. The students come also and they do not need so much transportation inside the campus, so the buses came as the buses could expand. That's why students agree with because the students don't use it so much for the inside. They just really won't have any problems.
Overall, it's great. However, a couple of inaccuracies when you were talking about the taxi. What he said is, if you don't have a friend with a car, then you must take a taxi. So that was a little inaccurate, but overall, the first point was solid. Now, on the second point, you confused the information. You need to say that there weren't any friends.
You don't have to explain that it's really expensive for the students and then reiterate and say it's $30 to $40. You can just say it's really expensive for the students and cut it out there. And then the rest was pretty good. Second one? Okay, so this is basically
Okay, switch partners. Switch partners, and then I will give you my sample after. Switch partners. Ready? And begin.
It would be less expensive if you don't have a car. It's no way to get at the airport, and you have to take the taxi, which will be $40. It's very expensive for students, and moreover, he thinks during the school breaks there are less students on the campus, and they don't need the bus to get around the campus, and there are still available some available buses which can drive us to the airport. Yeah, that's it.
Drive them to the airport. I love how you corrected yourself.
Yeah, good corrections.
When you said buses who and you changed it to buses which, that's fantastic.
Great correction, yeah.
Yeah, we want to say fewer students, not less. But the issue is you gave me the content from the lecture before you finished the reading. Remember, you want to read all of the reading and then the lecture. Okay? So you jump to the lecture, you use the third person, just -1. You utilize the plural, it's grammatically correct, very clear, but I don't think you only gave me part of you didn't give me the two reasons in the letter, these here. Okay? You did accurately convey the student's opinion, though, in the content of the conversation. I thought it was very good.
Yeah,
okay?
I think it's just
listen to what I say in the beginning. I'm going to read all over the top. Okay? Okay, I will now demonstrate an applicable answer. Ready? Okay, the student agrees with the letter which states the university should provide an airport bus for school breaks because there's no public transportation between campus and the airport, and buses are available during this time, during breaks. The first reason he agrees with this proposal, he thinks it's fantastic because it will really cost students a lot less money. Now, this is because the campus is located outside of the city. So if you don't have a friend with a car, you must take a taxi, which is $30 to $40, and that's too much for students who are on a tight budget. Moreover, he believes the idea would work because there's less need for buses. In fact, classes are over, so they don't meet regularly, so there are fewer students around, and they don't need to get around as much. So he really believes it won't cause any issues. Therefore, he agrees and supports the letter. And believes buses are wonderful and public transportation. Right? Okay. Now remember, we don't say less students. What do I have to say? Fewer students, because students are countable. Fewer students. I do say less need, right? Less need, but fewer students, okay? Do you enjoy getting personal feedback from our wonderful assistants today? Yeah. It's great, right? Okay, here we go. Turn it over. You ready for another? Remember, the key to success in TOEFL speaking is rehearsal. What does rehearsal mean? Practice. Practice, practice. The more frequently you practice, the more skilled you become at the test. So we're going to be doing Close the Campus Coffee House.